Yo, what's going on everyone? In today's video, I will be showing you how to get 2 cars for completely free in GTA 5 Online that are worth over $2.5 million and are limited edition vehicles. So to do this, you only need one thing, and that is a salvage yard. Once you own one, simply enter inside, walk over here to your planning computer and click right D-pad. Then you'll see all 3 of this week's targets inside the salvage yard, but only 2 of these are claimable, which are going to be the 2 vehicles that we will be getting for free, which is the Karin Boor and also the Class A Drift Yosemite. Which the first one I will be showing you how to get is the Class A Drift Yosemite, so select that vehicle, then pay the $20,000 for the setup cost. From there, we now need to do 2 planning work missions and then after 2 task missions, which are both very easy, but it is only going to be a total of 4 setups that we need to do before we can actually do the main finale. And in case you don't know, to start the task, you actually don't start them inside the salvage yard. You have to go over to the green duffel bag on the map, then once over there, click right D-pad, then you'll be put inside that task mission. Anyway, here I am after completing my second and final task mission. I can now do the finale, which you'll see once you can start the finale, it'll say start robbery at the very bottom, which we will now be starting. So once you start the robbery, this finale mission is really easy. All you first need to do is go over to PERICO Bay, which I would definitely recommend using a fast vehicle like the Oppressor Mark II or even a Sparrow or some sort of flying vehicle. Once over there though, you'll now need to enter inside this submersible, which once inside, you'll simply need to drive all the way out to the sea. Once all the way out, you'll need to use your radar to locate where Tony's submarine is at. Then once you located it, you'll need to drive underneath his submarine and click right D-pad to enter inside. Once in the submarine, you basically want to follow exactly what I'm doing. So what you first want to do is take out these 2 guards here in front of us, then go over to the door right here behind them and click right D-pad to open it. From there, you'll be put through a really quick cutscene of your character using the cutting torch to open this sealed door. Once inside the room, you'll now need to disable 4 navigation systems, but be careful because there will be 3 enemies inside. So first of all, take out those 3 enemies, then after shoot the 4 navigation systems to destroy them. Once you destroyed them all, exit this room and go across the exact opposite way that we just entered inside, over here to this next door that we need to once again click right D-pad to open this sealed door. Once in this next room, we quickly need to find Tony's head of security, which there's only 2 possible locations. The first one is going to be in this first bottom level, which possibly he could be inside of. In this case, I got lucky and he was actually here, which he is really easy to spot because he is pretty much wearing all military gear. So once you find him, if he is here for you, simply take him out and then go up to his body to click right D-pad and collect the control codes. On the other hand, if he wasn't here for you, there is only one other location he will be, and that is going to be all the way over here upstairs in this room here in front of me. Usually you just need to take out a few guards in this room, then he will be right there behind that snack bar, so simply take him out if he was there for you, and once again, like I did before, go up to his body and click right D-pad to get the control codes. Once you got the codes, we now need to make our way all the way upstairs to the very top level of the Kosatka to the bridge. And on the way over there, make sure you get as many headshots as possible because one of the challenges that is going to be a bonus challenge during this finale is to get 15 headshots. And another one is to not lose any lives. I should have mentioned that at the very beginning. So also make sure you don't lose any lives when doing any of these parts that I just went over. Anyway, from here, once at the bridge, you now want to come over to this part and click right D-pad to insert the control codes. Then once you inserted them, you'll now need to take control of Tony's submarine, which once you did get control by simply sitting in the driver's seat of the Kosatka and then driving it all the way over here to the shore, you'll now be put through a cutscene of the submarine crashing onto the shore. After we went through that cutscene, follow where I'm going straight behind us where the helicopter storage is usually located at, then once again click right D-pad to break into the sealed door. Once you broke inside, you'll see here it is, the Class A Drift Yosemite, which is the vehicle that we are going to be getting for completely free after we steal it. But what we first need to do is activate the landing pad by going inside this room, taking out this enemy and clicking right D-pad to activate the landing pad. After you activated it, from there simply get inside of the Drift Yosemite and drive it out of the submarine. Then once drove out, you'll now need to follow exactly where I'm going, which I recommend going all the way over to the train tracks, which isn't too far where I'm at right now. Once over at the train tracks, literally follow them the entire way straight down until you reach this tunnel. Then once in this tunnel, simply wait inside of here until you lost the cops completely. Then once you lost the cops, we are now completely done doing this entire finale. All we now need to do is deliver this vehicle back over to the salvage yard, which once inside the salvage yard, we are now completely done doing the entire finale just like that. If you complete all the bonus challenges, you'll earn $50,000, which is by getting over 15 headshots, finding the head of security in under 1 minute, and also not losing any lives, which I did in that entire finale, and I also showed you how to do all of that. Anyway, that's only 1 out of 2 of the vehicles. The next vehicle that we are going to be getting for completely free is going to be the Karin Boor, which I will now be showing you how to do this finale next. Once again, you will need to pay that $20,000 for the setup cost. Then after, we need to complete 2 planning work missions, then once again 2 task missions. Same exact concept, so I will be back once I completed all 4 of those missions. Here you can see I came back after completing my second and final task mission. So once I sign into this computer, it should say start robbery at the very bottom. Here you can see it now gives me the option. So let's now get into how to do the finale for the Duggan robbery, which is going to be the finale mission for the Karin Boor. First thing you want to do is get inside of your vehicle, then drive it all the way over to where you park the LS Panic trailer right here next to our salvage yard. Once inside the trailer, drive it all the way over to the arena, then once at the arena, simply enter inside. Pretty easy so far, and that is basically how this entire finale mission is. It is pretty much all really easy, but anyway, once you entered inside the arena, what we now need to do is walk up to the guard and then click right D-pad to show them our VIP pass. Then from here, walk all the way downstairs to where this elevator is at and click right D-pad to enter your pass. Once you entered it, you'll now enter inside the elevator, then be going all the way downstairs to the spectator box. So in this spectator box room will be a whole bunch of enemies, which are all of the Duggans, so be very careful. And for this part, you want to make sure that you get as many headshots as possible because that is one of the bonus challenges in this finale. It is to simply get 15 headshots, but don't worry, we also have more opportunities to take out more Duggans. You don't have to do it in this part, but honestly, it is really easy to get all headshots in this part. Anyway though, once you took out all of the Duggans, you'll now need to go over to one of these telescopes and click right D-pad to use the telescope. Once in the telescope, basically just look around this entire Maze Bank arena for the Karin Boor vehicle, which once you find it, you now need to exit the telescope. Then walk here behind us to where all of these spectator tablets are at and walk up to any one of the tablets that have a green check mark on it. Once you walk up to it, click right D-pad to use this drone. Honestly, this part is definitely the most trickiest of this entire finale because now what we need to do is disable the Karin Boor, but in order to do the actual bonus challenge, we have to do it on our first try. And I know it can be quite tricky, but basically just make sure whenever you decide to zap the boar that you do it on your first try and you don't miss, because if you do miss, you won't be able to complete that bonus challenge. Anyway, after you did disable the Karin Boor by shocking it with the drone, we now need to go all the way down to the pit lane. Which this next part is going to be where we need to steal the Karin Boor from the actual track, which is very simple, but this part is also where you will have another opportunity to get some more headshots on enemies. Anyway, once you took out all of the enemies, you can now get inside of one of these random vehicles, then drive it all the way over to the Karin Boor to get inside. Once inside, click right D-pad to install the bypass module. Once it is installed, we now need to exit the arena with this vehicle, and once you exit, we need to quickly drive it all the way over to Howell's workshop. Which this part is another bonus challenge. You need to make sure you make it all the way over to Howell in under 1 minute. And now we are basically completely done doing the entire finale. All we now need to do is drive this vehicle back over to the salvage yard, which once we drive it inside the salvage yard, we are now completely done doing this entire finale just like that. Anyway, here you can see I got paid once again $50,000 for completing all of the bonus challenges, which is getting over 15 headshots, disabling the target's vehicle on the first attempt with the drone, and also reaching Howe in under 1 minute. Which I showed you how to do all of that in the guide, but anyway, once you complete the entire finale, just like that, we now have both of these vehicles for completely free basically. And yes, I do say basically because if you walk up to any one of these vehicles and click right D-pad to inspect it, you'll see we can actually sell it for $300,000, salvage its parts, or also just claim the vehicle for ourselves. which of course is most likely what you want to do, and you'll see it costs $20,000, but it'll only cost $20,000 if you don't own the document forgery. You could see same thing here for the Karin Boor. It costs $20,000 if I do want to purchase this car, and that is only because I don't currently own the document forgery. Because take a look, here's after I purchased a document forgery, the new price to claim these vehicles is only $10,000 per vehicle, which is pretty good. And if you ever wanted to claim it for that price, just simply click the $10,000 and then it'll give you an option to store the vehicle in any one of your personal garages. And boom, just like that, that vehicle is now our personal vehicle. And of course, we could do the same thing for the Class A Drift Yosemite. Just keep in mind, you only have up until July 10th to claim these vehicles, because after, the Salvage Yard vehicles will be changing, and who knows when we will be getting these vehicles for another chance to claim. But yeah, that is now going to bring us to the end of today's video. You officially know how to get these two really cool vehicles in GTA 5 Online that are limited editions for completely free and are worth over $2.5 million in total. If you went on to enjoy the video and you still haven't already, please do me a favor by going down below and dropping a like on the video before you click off. And of course, if you aren't, make sure you also hit that subscribe button. And until next time, I will see you all in my very next GTA 5 Online video. Peace.